Hey, what's up, guys? As always, welcome back to the channel. And before we get started, don't forget to hit that bell notification down below so you guys do not miss out on when I upload a video. I show my gratitude. And with that being said, let's go ahead and hop right into it. All right, everyone. So, as you guys can clearly see from the title of today's topic of conversation, it's a really good one, and it's a really important one. I can tell you guys at the least, simply due to the fact that we all had it at one point, and that was that childlike energy, right? You guys probably remember from a long time ago when you used to be a kid, right? And your life was just filled with so much joy, so much happiness. You just had so many different passions, like scrunched up all in just one big ball of just that energy, right? And it's crazy to talk about this, man, because I kind of got inspired by something earlier, and there's a few different clips and stuff like that I had watched. I seen a couple of the elders videos, uh, Dante, Bro Sanchez, guys like that. I'm sure a lot of y'all are familiar with them. Shout out, much love to them, by the way. I show my appreciation and gratitude for both of them. And in a couple of their videos, the whole point of the video wasn't just based on just that, but just the fact that they brought it up. It really made me just really think and just really remember those memories from back then when I was a child, right? When we all were a child, and how we used to have that kid like that child that childlike energy, right, about you. And it's crazy because you just didn't have a single care in the world at that point, right? And it seemed like from each and every single passing day that flew by, right? Every day that just went by, as we got older, we lost our our ability, right, to really tap into that energy that we used to exude when we were kids, man. Because see, when we used to be children, right, it used to just come to us so naturally, right? Because kids, when they go out, they play, they act like children, right? Because they are children. And it seems like they wouldn't have a worry in the world, right? They're more creative. They express themselves so much more than what we do now since we're all adults. And it's just due to not only just us getting older, right? Because even when you get older, you shouldn't lose that childlike energy and stuff, right? But due to brainwashing, due to the norms of society, today, right? We just lost that ability, man, to really tap into that childlike energy. And it's just so important for us to get back to that, even now, even in today's world. And when I mean childlike, guys, a lot of people take it the wrong way and probably think, "Oh man, so what are you saying that? So you're saying that what we should just act like kids, right? Have no common sense, just run around acting like fools and no childlike energy in the sense to where, like right now, for a lot of you guys who are fathers and stuff like that, who have children, just notice and pay attention to your kids in one of these days, right? How happy they are when you take them to, a playground, a park or something, when they're playing with their friends, right? I'm talking about like child, not not like preteen type, type of deal, but like when they're a little bit younger. Just watch your kids, man. Just examine your children, right? And you'll start to notice, just the more you really just focus and pay attention to them, that they're not concerned about anything, right? They have no worries. They're living their life. They're being creative. They're being expressive. They're just seeing the beauty in the world for what it is, not for what other people have told them that it is, not for the things that, maybe you tried to show them or somebody else tried to show them. Like, oh, no, you know what? The world's not like this. This is how the world is, yada, yada, yada. Kind of like how we all see it today as adults, right? And just as a child, they don't care about that, right? They're tapped into that energy to where they care nothing but they care nothing about but the beauty of the world that they're in, that they're surrounded by, nature. Just right? Maybe butterflies when they see them, other kids, building a sandcastle, things like that, right? Are what bring out that creativity. Things like that are what bring out that expressive side, that childlike energy. And even as adults now, man, we can still tap into that energy. But a lot of people just don't know how to do it anymore. A lot of people truly lost it. I don't want to say forever or permanently or anything like that because I don't know that for sure, right? So I'm not going to say that, especially if I know that 10 out of 10 times I'm probably wrong because I haven't done enough research on it to find out whether or not it is permanent, right? If, you know, to where if it is a permanent thing to where you can lose that childlike energy. I don't know, so I'm not going to say that it is. But I will say this. A lot of us have lost that inability, man, to be able to tap into that, to tap into what it's like to see nothing but the beauty of the world. Yes, there are a multitude of things, right, that are going on today that, believe me, are not good, that don't exude good energy, right? There's not a lot of good people walking around. There's not a lot of people with good intentions for other people, for the world, for our communities, right, for society. I'm just talking about in terms of expressing yourself for who you truly are, right? For who you were always meant to be, right? And the more I see it, there's a lot of things that I enjoy, um, even now, still to this day, that I used to do back when I was a kid, right? And I'll say this, but I won't stay on it too long because I don't want to get too far off topic. But for an example, right, everybody. See, when I was a kid, not like too young of a kid, like 8, 9 years old, but probably when I was like, I don't know what, maybe like 10, 11, maybe 12, something like that. I used to be that type of kid who you see out, you'd be passing by on the road in your car or something like that if you're with your family, and you notice that, you see like a kid riding a bicycle, um, and maybe he's built a ramp. You guys used to build ramps as a kid and used to jump your bikes on the ramps. Hell, even at the age I am now, man, I'm in my mid-20s, man. I'm a grown, well, according to society's standards, norms, however all that stuff works, I don't know too all and well about, how people classify these things or whatever, so I'm not going to get into that. But even at my age now, in my mid-20s, man, I'm a grown man. And I'd still love to build a ramp down these steps right here, right now, and then jump off a ramp, man, and try to land on the other side, right? And that seems real childlike, doesn't it? Guys, doesn't that seem like something a child would do? But then again, regardless of how ridiculous it may look, that child gets enjoyment. That child gets that just that sudden burst of just energy, right? They enjoy doing that. They love to do that. And they're gonna keep doing that because that's what makes them feel good, right? That's what makes them feel like they don't have to have any kind of worries in the world. As long as you're doing what makes you happy, as long as you're living your life, then who in the hell in this world can tell you otherwise, right? There's a lot of things I still like now that it seems like you'd expect a child to like, right? A little kid to like. But that doesn't mean I'm a child to the point to where, that doesn't mean I'm the type of child, guys, to where, I act like a child, even though I'm a grown man, technically. You guys see what I mean, right? When I say that. So we got to clarify that. It's childlike energy, man, right? Just bringing out that same way that you felt when you were a kid and when you tried something for the first time. Basically, is what I'm saying. That's basically the point of this whole video, is understanding, guys, that even at your age now, early 20s, mid 20s, late 20s, early 30s, mid 30s, late 30s, early 40s, etc., 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 right? Even at whatever age you are now, at one point in time, guys, you used to know how it felt. You used to know how it felt just being happy, experiencing nothing but just pure bliss, living in the moment, right? Like how you used to when you were a child, when you were a kid, right? Also, a prime, powerful example I'll give you guys, man, and I still love to do this now, right? And not just because I'm saying it, but because I truly enjoyed it. But I remember when me and my cousins and my little brothers and stuff like that used to go out to the woods, and please tell me, I know all of you guys did this at least one time in their life. If you say you haven't, you gotta I don't want to say you're lying or whatever because I don't know if you are or not. I'm not gonna say that you are, but you gotta. You, I don't know. You probably got to be shy to admit it, or you got to be scared to admit it, or whatever, man. But you can't tell me that none of you guys haven't tried at least one time a long time ago when you probably, just like I said, when you were a kid, right? Some of your relatives, cousins, brothers, sisters, whatever. Y'all to go out into the woods, y'all to pick up sticks and pretend like y'all had swords and shields, and then we'd go out in the woods, man, and we'd be like chopping down like some of the trees that were on our path, and we'd create like a path going through the woods. We'd like build forts. We used to have a blackberry bush out where I used to live at and stuff like that years and years and years ago. And I used to enjoy doing that, man, as a kid, right? That's what made me just feel just happy, man. And just the fact that it made me feel so happy, who can possibly tell me now that I wouldn't enjoy that even at my age now, right? I'm so much older now, yes, of course. So it may seem a little cornyish to some of you guys, and some of you guys I won't because you did it at one point yourselves too. And you can't tell me you didn't enjoy it because I definitely did enjoy it. And I'll always cherish those memories, man, because they're what made me feel good. And with that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get off here. My time's almost out. Sorry for rambling. Peace and much love, everybody. Stay tuned.